Okay, in this lecture we're going to see the overview of Marvelous Designer. Let's talk about the interface a bit. So this is the interface you get when you start Marvelous Designer for the first time. So here is the avatar window, avatar editor this is called, and this is on top of the interface actually. So from this window we can choose different avatar. Here in Marvelous Designer we say avatar for a character. So you can see there are default characters of avatar, and there are some hairstyles you can choose from, and there are some shoe styles as well. So you just need to click and it will update here just like this. Let's see, I choose this character, just click on that and you'll get the character here. It may take some time. Okay, you see it has been changed here, and you can see the hair. There are no hairstyle for this character, I think. Let's go back to our character. You can choose like male character or child character. The main thing is if you like creating a cloth for child, you can choose this character as well. So let's go back to our character. Okay, you can also choose different hairstyle. For example, let's say this hairstyle, just click on that and you can see the hairstyle is changed now. So then let's say we like this shoe. So you can like combine these things and creating a new avatar which you like. And these are not the important things. The important thing is you choose perfect character here so that you can create a cloth according to that fit. Or if you always you don't choose these characters, because most of the times we like do clothes for our 3D characters which we have to create maybe in ZBrush or Maya. In those cases we like kind of go to file menu and import our own OBJ character here in OBJ format, so that we can create clothes on for that character. You don't have to choose these characters always. If you have a character like you have created in Maya or ZBrush, you can bring that character here as well as an avatar. To bring that character you have to actually export that in OBJ format, and you can go to the file menu and you can open in OBJ format. You can import it in OBJ format here. So this is the avatar window, and let me show you how to turn off this window. To turn off the avatar editor window, go to avatar menu and you'll find avatar editor here. Just click on that. So now you see the actual interface of Marvelous Designer. There are a few things we need to look at right now. The first thing is you can see there are two main windows, left to right. This left window is called 3D garment window. You can see this word 3D garment window, and this right window is called 2D pattern window. You can see here. So we have two main window. Then you can see the left, it's library. You can collapse it by just clicking on this little arrow mark there. Just click to collapse that, and you can again just click on here to expand that. Let me collapse it. Then you can see the right side we have object browser and property editor. So you have just two sections there, and property editor is blank now because we have not selected anything. If I select by dragging here, just left mouse drag, if I select my patterns, I can see a lot of properties according to that. Just click to deselect. Okay, then the menu bar is here. If you want to maximize one window, the way you do is just to click on these three icons. You can see there are three icons here. So the first icon is this split view. Then you can see it's already like written there. You can just click on that. Now the 3D window is there, and you can go to 2D window and maximize that. When you are like working on creating patterns for a long time, you can just be in this window, or you can go to 3D or just come back to this split window. And there's a little icon you can see here. It's a interface undo icon. If say for example I have I want to hide object browser. So to hide object browser, you go display menu and go to Windows. In this area you can see that there are all the UI elements like object browser property editor. Just click to hide. If I want that object browser back, I don't have to go again and turn on that, although I can do that. But the quickest way to do is just undo the interface change here by clicking on this icon. It's a great option to just undo your interface change. Let's say if you have messed up your interface, like for example, just click on this icon. To what it does is, if you click, it makes that window a floating window. You can see, for example, you messed up and you want to go, like for example, let me just truly messed up, and now you want to go to the by default interface. In order to do that, just go to display and Windows, and choose reset to default layout. The other way, the other reason for floating is, if you have a second monitor, you can just, like for example, you can just put that inside the second monitor by dragging. So let me click here to bring the to split window. Then you can see the 3D garment window has its own toolbar, which is called 3D toolbar. This area, all these tools are belongs to this view. They only works in this 3D garment window. With the same thing here, you get the 2D toolbar on the top of 2D garment window. Actually, all these tools are to create or edit your 2D patterns. Okay, and all these tools are to manipulate or simulate the 3D garments like here. And you see these options, these are display options for this window. Again, for example, if you go and just click on this one of this icon, you can see the changes here. So let me back. Okay, and if you go to menu, you get like if you go to file menu, you get the basic functions like new, or creating a new scene, or opening a file already, garment file or project file. And you can like import your OBJ from here. And if you go to different menu, you can see the shortcuts as well. So it's a great way to find or memorize shortcuts. So by just going and check the shortcut of this particular option, you can right click on the 3D garment view, and you can see here there are different camera options. If you click here or just press the shortcut, you can see here you'll get, for example, if I click here, I'm in the front, and if I click here, I'm the bottom. You can memorize these shortcuts like 2 or 3 or 1 for 1/4 view there. Okay, and you can also turn off the shadow from here, so 3D shadow. And you can see Mapper Designer is in simulation mode. There are 2 modes actually, and you can choose from, like for example, the simulation and animation. If you click on animation and just click OK, now it's in animation mode. You can see different UI elements there, and you can use this for animation. If your character has animation and you want to like check your cloth when it's animated, so it's a great way to do it in this mode. But when you create cloth and you simulate to get the fold and the gravity things, you can go back to simulation mode there. And the last is library. You can just click, you can choose by default garments there, like the t-shirt and the pant here. You can make them as a starting point, use them as a starting point, or like for example, we are using this right now, this is the by default. You can go here and you can again choose avatar here, and the poses, different poses they have. Just so this is the library. I'm not using this right now, just collapse it. So this is the overview of MEMD, and in the next lesson we are going to see a little bit about 3D garment window and all these options, what they do, and some basic 3D toolbar things here. So let me stop this lesson here and see you in the next lesson.